Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah.
I think that's very evident.
My mom was a teacher. I'm a high school dropout. We can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as a teacher?
Is bullying okay? Yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully.
Chairman, welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary right here on stage at the Oversight Committee. Governor Newsom must be seething. The three of you beat him to the stage, but he's a little busy right now defending illegals and defending Antifa, torching what is left of Los Angeles. Governor Walz knows the playbook. In 2020, he rolled out the red carpet for anarchists while Minnesotans watched their neighborhoods burn. You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working 2 jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor, my first question is for you. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button down.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
As a history teacher?
Yes or no is the question.
A historical
You're a
comparison.
governor. You understand what the question is. It's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to Gestapo?
To identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, this governor, or honorable, can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable? Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay, so are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat of death by comparing them to the Gestapo?
Everyone is afforded due process.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no questions?
I
Do you still
understand
want
being
to
a governor
abolish
is a
ICE?
different
Do you
job.
still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
Said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march in a rally calling for ICE's abolishment?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Well, according to widespread media reports, you did.
And the media is always correct.
How do you rate Kamala Harris's job as border czar? I want a number between 1 and 10. How was she as border czar?
I wouldn't have a way to measure that. I was not in the administration.
Weren't you her running mate for vice president?
As in the campaign.
And you
Wasn't part of
can't
the
rate her role as border czar on a scale of 1 to 10. Was she great at 10 or was she a 1? Terrible.
I think her proposal that she put forward to make sure we had the bipartisan immigration.
It wasn't bipartisan. Did you ever personally speak with Kamala about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Not as her running mate for vice president. You never once talked to her about the president and why she was nominated instead of him.
No, not that I can recall.
What kind of operation were you guys running over there?
I was more concerned with Donald Trump's cognitive.
Thank God
Things that we
he's president and J.D. Vance is vice president and not you. Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay. Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah.
I think that's very evident. As a teacher and a parent.
My mom was a teacher. I'm a high school dropout. We can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as a teacher?
Is bullying okay? Yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully at times.
You're showing that the Democrat Party is the party of violence. Were you at Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
Oh, as I recall, January of 1990.
Okay. What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that.
What
Okay.
do you want me to say? This is.
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congresswoman,
Good lady,
thank-
Mr. Chairman, I would ask unanimous consent.
The last exchange lands like a hammer on glass. Representative Nancy Mace leans into the microphone and fires the question heard across the chamber. Are you still friends with school shooters? The room inhales. Governor Tim Walz, former teacher, veteran public servant, now a national figure under a hotter light, answers flatly, "I have never been a friend with a school shooter." But the damage is done. The spectacle, not the substance, has been achieved. And that is the precise point of the moment we just witnessed. From the very first line, "Welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary," this hearing stopped being oversight and became theater. A stage was set, a narrative was locked. The questions were designed not to discover truth, but to impose it. The Holocaust as rhetorical cudgel, ICE compared to the Gestapo, then a cascade of forced yes or no prompts that flatten history and policy into a binary the witness cannot possibly satisfy without becoming the headline the questioner wanted all along. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews? Do you apologize? Do you still want to abolish ICE? Rate the vice president as border czar, 1 to 10. Were you at Tiananmen Square? What is a woman? It is a gauntlet of culture war flashpoints stitched into a single performance, relentless, reductive, and calibrated for the clip. Walz tries to answer. Sometimes he meets the yes or no with a yes. Sometimes he resists the premise, asks to clarify, appeals to due process. He acknowledges history, pushes back on labels, declines to grade a colleague on a 10-point scale like a reality show judge. It doesn't matter. The rhythm is everything. The Congresswoman talks over, folds complicated issues into weaponized framings, and accuses the witness of moral equivalence he didn't claim. The camera doesn't capture footnotes. It captures the charge. And yet, embedded in the noise, something stark and instructive is revealed about power in America. Our institutions are supposed to be places where we test claims, probe facts, and protect the country with clarity and care. But the incentives have shifted. A hearing becomes a campaign stage, a question becomes an accusation, and accountability is eclipsed by virality. When a member asks if the witness is still friends with school shooters, the line isn't just inflammatory. It's a signpost of a deeper erosion. We've turned public safety and school violence into fodder for character assassination rather than urgent policy. We've turned immigration, a complex system of law and human movement, into a reflexive quiz meant to humiliate rather than illuminate. We've turned gender, one of the most intimate questions of identity, into a trapdoor. Say the wrong word, and down you go. This is not what oversight looks like. Oversight is hard and often boring. It involves budgets, programs, outcomes. It makes room for nuance. It recognizes when a witness is wrong and proves it without reaching for the most outrageous allegation because it travels faster. When we abandon that rigor, we encourage a new kind of politics, one that rewards cruelty because it reads as strength, that prizes the viral moment over the verified fact, that confuses volume for veracity. Which is why the Holocaust was invoked. The Nuremberg trials were not a rhetorical device. They were a carefully constructed legal process designed to prove crimes that shocked the conscience of the world. To toss them into a modern political skirmish is to shrink their moral gravity for a headline. That is not just indecent. It is dangerous. It confuses the historical scale of genocide with policy disagreements over immigration enforcement. It trivializes the dead and coarsens the living. And yet, for all the cynicism in the questions, a responsibility remained with the witness, to answer, to defend, to model another way of speaking in public. Walz did what public servants must do in hostile rooms. He tried to be precise in imprecise conditions. He affirmed basic truths. He refused false choices. And he rejected the idea that complex governance can be measured in a single number on a scale from 1 to 10. What do we learn from this? That leadership in our time is about more than policy preference. It is about moral method. Will we interrogate without dehumanizing? Will we condemn the indefensible without diluting the meaning of words like Nazi, Gestapo, and tribunal? Will we draw lines where democracy demands them, between accountability and humiliation, between oversight and opportunism, between truth and spectacle? The American system survives when hearings seek light, not heat. When lawmakers, even in disagreement, treat witnesses and the public watching with the respect that a constitutional republic demands. When citizens refuse to be seduced by the dopamine of outrage and instead ask the harder, slower questions. What will actually reduce gun violence in schools? What reforms to immigration enforcement protect human dignity and public safety? How do we safeguard free expression and identity while honoring science, law, and equality? These are not yes or no questions. They are the work of self-government. In the end, this moment will outlive the viral clip. It will endure as a test. Were we serious, or were we simply loud? Did we clarify, or did we merely accuse? Did we honor the gravity of history, or strip mine it for applause? We close on a room where the microphones are still hot, but the truth is cold. A chair recognizes the next member. Papers shuffle. The witness exhales. And somewhere beyond the marble columns, families who survived school shootings watch this exchange and wonder if their grief has been turned into ammunition. Immigrants waiting on court dates wonder if their lives are a stage prop. Teachers, like the one Walz once was, wonder if they are seen as human beings or symbols to be crushed. Our answer cannot be theater. It must be better leadership, better hearings, better politics. Here is the moral line. We do not cheapen atrocity. We do not smear the living with the violence of others. We do not turn oversight into a carnival. We demand truth, rigor, and humanity from those who wield the microphone and from those who aspire to the presidency. If you're with us, if you believe politics should lift the country rather than drag it into the mud, stand with liberal freedom. Subscribe, share, and support our work to expose the truth. Because democracy does not defend itself. We do together.